Good morning, students. I welcome all of you in my online class. In my previous video, I have explained up to paragraph 29. I am sure it is very clear for you. Now, I would like to explain from paragraph 30th onwards. Therefore, I request you to take the textbook and go through the lines as I explain it. Then the duck lifted up its head. Now the boy finds that the duck is able to lift its head. He comes to know that the duck is alive, it is not dead. Look, it's not dead. He's so happy to find that this duck is alive, it is not dead. Though it is injured, but it is not dead. The blood seemed to flow again in the boy's arms. Now he could feel that in his arms the flow of the blood. That means the boy is happy again. He breathed in relief. Now his relief that the duck is alive. The duck looked blank, but this poor wild duck was blank. It was helpless. It was not able to express its pain that it was undergoing. The boy stroked its head. I want to go home. Now the boy touches softly on it. He gives the light touch on the wild duck and says that I want to go home. You will have to look after it. Now father says, if you go home, you have to look after this wild duck. I know, I want to. This is what the son replies. Yes, I know that I have to look after the wild duck and I am happy to look after it. This is what son says to father. At home, the boy bandaged the wing and learned to feed the maimed duck. Now, since he has injured this wild duck in its wing, he puts the bandage on it and he is able to feed. He is feeding this wild duck because this wild duck is disabled. It's not able to do anything. Therefore, this boy has to look after it. He spent hours watching it waddle about the backyard, and he spent hours and hours together to watch this wild duck. Waddled means walk with short steps. That wild duck could take the short steps and it could move around in his backyard, and this is what the boy is able to see. Sometimes it would stretch its neck and try to flap its lopsided wings, but it could never fly again. Now the boy could see that this wild duck is stretching its neck and it is trying to move its wing, which was not equal because it has got the injured in its wing. Therefore, it is not able to move it equally, and he realizes that this bird could never fly again. One day, the man asked his son, "Where is the gun?" And one fine day, father asks his son that, "Where is the gun that I have given to you?" Son says boldly, "I throw it away," he said defiantly. son is so bold and he is able to reply to his father that the gun that you had given me and I have thrown it, he says in anger. You what? Asked the man, shocked at his son's boldness. What? What have you done with the gun? And father is really surprised looking at his son's boldness. It was mine. You gave it to me. This gun was mine because you had given this gun to me. Therefore, I can do anything with this gun. Now it belongs to me. This is what son replies to father. But it didn't kill your duck. It gave you your duck. Now father says, of course the gun that I had given you, because of this gun you could able to get this wild duck. If I would not have given this gun, you would not have seen this wild duck in your hand. Because of this gun, you have the wild duck with you. This is what father says to son. It made me sick. Now son replies that this gun, here it is said about the gun. He says that this gun has made me sick. Here son is so pathetic now looking after this injured wild duck. He feels the pain. He could feel the pain of this wild duck. And because of that, now he has realized that he has done the great mistake, that he has injured badly to this wild duck. Therefore, he has thrown the gun. And he says that this gun has made me sick. The man felt the blood pumping in his head. Now the man is shocked and he feels that in his head that the blood is pumping. Means he is so shocked by what the son has done. And then he was filled with a sense of peace. But soon he feels kind of peace within himself. He found he was relieved the gun had gone. Now, father also is relieved that the gun is gone from his son's hand. That means father also is happy because son has thrown away the gun which he had offered him. This story is a kind of transformation. Here, this boy is in his teenage, and as he reaches in his adulthood, he could realize the pain of a wild duck whom he had injured badly. The love for this wild duck overflows in boys. We could see in this boy so much of love that overflows for this wild duck. This is a kind of transformation because son in his early stage we could see that he was following the footsteps of his father. He wanted to become as his father was. As his father was hunter, in the same way son also wanted to become hunter like his father. But here son is transformed in his adulthood that he is so pathetic he is able to feel the pain of a wild duck whom he had injured it. This story is a kind of transformation. Now son no longer wants to follow the footsteps of his father. Now he wants to live his life in his own way. He does not want to follow his father. This is what the transformation we could see in this child. I am sure, students, you have understood this chapter. If you find difficult to understand, I request you to watch again and again these videos. Then you will have the better clarity of this chapter. I wish all the best to all of you. Study well. Thank you.